What's up? What's up? I'm back. I've got another transit for you. I am your Empress Divine, Miss Tasha Turner herself. Welcome to Queendom Come. And this is my second transit Tarotscope. Y'all, this is my thing. This is what I intended to do when I started this channel last year. This is it. And I've been just trying to get my bearings and get my monthlies or the weekly or however I was going to read out and figure out the whole format of the channel. And I finally got to a point where I'm doing my monthlies on time, beasting out the weeklies, time stamped for each sign, and got a little time on my hands before I go deal with my other little business. So I'm digging in. I'm digging it in. I'm doing it. I'm getting started with my transit tarot scopes, and we actually have two, significant transits that are happening Wednesday. The one I just did was the Sun sextile Pluto, and this one here is the Sun square Jupiter. This one happens around probably say around 5:36 in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time on March 13th. So this is like the evening energy. I gave you the energy of when first waking up, getting started, have a game plan on your mind. This is more of the energy of after you've gone about your day, did what you've done, when you're winding down and reviewing what's going on. This is the energy for you. So to get started, just to be clear, the sun is in Pisces. It'll be squaring Jupiter in Sagittarius. And Jupiter is at home in Sagittarius. Jupiter is the planet that rules Sagittarius. It's the biggest planet in our solar system, all about expansion, bigness, blessings, all of that. It's such a benevolent or a beneficial planet, such a benefactor that even with square energy, and square is typically thought of to be negative, but even with square energy, I feel like there's still a lot that can be gained from this transit. And I don't even necessarily think of square being negative. It's just a 90-degree angle, you know? This is like a right angle. One going this way, the other going that way, you know? 90-degree angle, that L. And just to put a personal touch to, like, if I had to personify square energy, it's when you are walking down the main aisle of a grocery store and somebody is coming off one of those, like, let's say you walking past the freezer section on the big aisle in Walmart, somebody's coming off the bread and coffee aisle, and it's like y'all both have to like kind of suddenly stop and figure out who's gonna go first. And they looking like, and you looking like, go ahead. They like, no, you go ahead. So you got to figure out which power is gonna go, who's gonna submit, who's gonna dominate, who's gonna go first, who's gonna wait. That type of energy. That's not necessarily negative, but sometimes if you walking straight ahead and the other person walking straight ahead and no one's paying attention, you can run into each other. And that's where the square energy kind of gets its negative reputation. But I mean, if you're here watching this, then you are in the driver's seat and you are awake. You are looking. So even if the other party or the other energy that's coming at you is coming full speed, not having no type of consideration for who's coming down that main aisle, you are looking out. So you'll see it coming and you'll be able to stop yourself, even if it means, pumping the brakes real hard and, having things kind of come to a jolt, come to a sudden end. And that takes us right on into the sun and Pisces energy over here. Don't get scared, people, because I did say that, Jupiter and Sagittarius is such a strong energy and it's such a good energy that even negative cards or, kind of harsh energy can be worked through to your benefit. You have the Tower and the Ten of Swords on the Sun and Pisces side. I feel like the Sun and Pisces side with the Tower and Ten of Swords, this is for people who have not been paying attention, or people who are not looking, or who are just going through life kind of expecting things to be given to them, or expecting things to be a breeze, or maybe you're kind of in la la land and you're not really paying attention to what's going on around you. The Ten of Swords tells me that this is a type of thinking that is not good. It is not good for longevity. It's not something that can last for a long run. And you have the ability here with this Sun in Pisces squaring Jupiter and Sagittarius to shake that thinking up, to get out of that habit of thinking that has been holding you down much longer than you should have been held down. Like, um, I've been saying to myself, I'm feeling this already. Because when you have an exact transit, it'll be exact on March 13th around 5:36 p.m. But you feel it a day or two before and after the transit. And some things, realizations have been coming to me, and I'm just shaking my head at myself like, "Bitch, you could have been rich. That you could have been on top. You could have been in power. You could have been, living lavishly with the stuff that but you just were not ready yet." And I think that this is the transit that's going to help some people get ready, because the energy of the square itself, the energy of the overall transit is temperance. It's like you are learning a patience and a balance and a moderation. You're learning where maybe you do too much on this side and not enough on that side. Um, it's quite a journey. It's quite a journey. I feel like this angel has done quite a bit of walking. That stream that she's pouring her cup from, it goes way back here off into the distance. So if she's been walking to this point, it's been a long road. So somewhere along the way, you've been going down a long road. It's been a long time coming. And on Wednesday, I feel like you get a chance to kind of make things happen or to set yourself the Jupiter in Sagittarius energy over here is the Five of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. And with the Five of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like maybe there's been a problem with you holding yourself back because you allow fearful thoughts to kind of make you go in slower than you should go. Like, whereas you have all the ability and the knowledge and, in the world and the experience. Because like I said, this person they have taken a long road. They know a lot. The longer you live, the more you know. And I feel like you've experienced a lot and you know a lot, but maybe you couldn't get it all to come together. And the disconnecting piece, like the thing that was keeping these factors from all coming together to create like a prosperity for you, or an abundance for you, or to create that desired experience for you, was a fear. You just were not ready yet. But I do feel like with the Knight of Pentacles here, you're ready to start kind of facing these fears and working on these fears. And when I say fears, I don't mean like you just sit back and you just scared to do anything. But I do mean like maybe you'll start something and you are not consistent with it. You'll do a little bit of something and sit back and see how people are going to react. Or you'll do a little bit of this and then you'll stop, because you're afraid that maybe I'm doing too much. Maybe I'm doing too much. Let me chill. Instead of just blitzing, like going in full speed ahead. I'm really into business. So I listen to a lot of like Gary V, Grant Cardone, um, Max Maxwell, stuff like that on YouTube and on podcasts, Shantae and all of that. And the number one thing that most people talk about is just going in there and beasting it out, beasting it out, beasting it out. You have to be an absolute dog when you go in to do something. You can't just kind of, you can't like pussyfoot around it. And that's the energy that I feel here. You just been kind of pussyfooting around it, you know, um, just kind of walking on eggshells a little bit. You see this temperance person, they have one foot on the ground, one foot in the water. It's almost like you just kind of been testing the waters a little bit, just kind of, pouring things back and forth. So not only that, you have to have a patience with yourself in this process, but it's also that you've been more patient than need be. So it's been both a blessing and a curse. That's square energy. It can be both a blessing and a curse. But this temperance card is associated with Sagittarius. So it tells me that the Jupiter and Sagittarius energy is pulling stronger than the Sun and Pisces energy. So that little bit of fear you may have had, um, it'll be more like a breakthrough that you get through it. The Pisces is kind of, the Sun in Pisces is kind of helping you see through the fog a little bit. That's the breakthrough. So the Tower and the Ten of Swords, even though they look like, kind of harsh card. I mean, this person the building on fire, they falling out the building. If they don't die by lightning, they're gonna die by fire. If they don't die by fire, they're gonna die by falling. Like that's how that tower looks. And then you have the 10 of Swords, or somebody have 10 swords in their back, one in the neck, four in the upper torso, five in the ass and the legs. It's rough. But that Jupiter and Sagittarius, Jupiter is such a beneficial planet in our solar system. It governs pretty much all good things. you know, and it's at home in Sagittarius, which is commonly known as the zodiac sign that is the most lucky, or where you get your luck when it's in Sagittarius season. That's right before Christmas. The end of Sagittarius season is a couple of weeks before Christmas. You get the luck, things go to happen, and the miracles and stuff go to happening. It's so beneficial that it's healing all of that Tower and 10 of Swords energy, and it's allowing you a chance to look at where you've had these kind of breakdowns, or maybe you started something and then it fell apart, or you started something and it came crumbling down. you know you got into a situation, didn't work out. Wednesday, give or take a day or two, so basically this whole week, you get to see what was it, like, where did you kind of pussyfoot around the situation and didn't go in and give your all, and you realize that maybe if you give your all and you go all in, and you just give it to God and go all in, then you can have a breakthrough. you know so that's the Pisces, the sun in Pisces. So you shining the light through the fog being you not understanding why it is that this thing didn't pick up or take off the way I thought it would. You get that clarity and realize that you've been kind of just pussyfooting a little bit around the situation, and you got to blitz that thing. You got to blitz that thing. We have the guidance card that says, don't back down, stand up for what you believe is right. And you see that fire in her hand? That's the type of fire you have to have. You have to have that fire, okay? I heard somebody say recently, I forgot who it was that said it, but they said ignorance on fire is better than intellect on ice. You can know everything in the world, and that was me. You can know everything, know all the steps, know all the tips, know all the tricks, know all the trades, know all the shortcuts. But if you ain't out there just blindly beasting it, going in, going all the way in, I mean, what is it really doing? That's just like people who sit around and talk theory in a college classroom, but you put them in the real world and they don't know what to do. Ain't got no people skills, ain't got no hustle about them, can't talk up, no, can't negotiate, can't talk a deal. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy that people who don't know a whole lot can actually get a lot further, because they just going out there. They was like, okay, I know I'm not the smartest person. I'm not even gonna try to be the smartest person, but I know how to act. I know how to get out there in the field. Those are the people who usually go the farthest. You look at you look at high school dropouts, and they doing much better in life than freaking valedictorians and people who graduated, cum laude or whatever. you know, it's just it's the beast, and it's the action that you have to put in. And Sagittarius is a fire sign, so it is going to call for you to put some action in. But what I'm seeing here with both the 10 of Swords on this side, the Tower, I feel like that's a thinking energy too. But the fire is beasting out that thinking energy. And the 5 of Swords here, that's a lot of thought. That's a lot of mental. The fire is going to be how you overcome that. Don't worry about getting burned. You have this angel over here watching over you. There's a spiritual aspect to what you're doing. There's a bigger picture around what it is that you're doing. And then you have the water, which is kind of that spiritual aspect to it. And then you have a love. I feel like you have a distinct love for what it is that you're doing. And this oracle card up here says, I choose to learn through love. So even if something didn't turn out the best for you over maybe the many times that you've tried and failed, you love it. So it's like you still keep coming back to it. You can try to walk away from it. It can break down. You try to walk away and it still comes back to you. This can be in terms of a relationship, a job, anything. You break down, y'all break up, things fall apart. Business shuts down, you get fired, but you still love that person, that industry, that certain job. You still love it. You still have a passion for it. There's a passion here. And the passion I feel like is going to be the saving grace. The fire and the water here are working for you. The mental, not so much. We're going to need to get out of our heads. The sun is in Pisces, which is a water sign. Jupiter is in fire, and Sagittarius, which is a fire sign. So you have water and fire being the major players here. All that thinking, not going to do you no good around this time. Yes, all is mental, but all you really need to do is know what you want and go after it. Sitting around thinking, well, what if this happens? What if that happened? What if they respond this way? What if they respond that way? What if they don't receive what I like? What if? That ain't doing nothing but bringing you down. All those what ifs. Every last one of those swords in his back is a what if. What if she don't like what I say? What if she turned me down? What if he laugh at me? What if they don't like my idea? What if this don't sell? What if they don't hire me? What if they don't think I'm qualified? All of this is just a bunch of what ifs, which is just negative fear-based thinking. And the fear base is over here on the five of swords, which is what has the ability to be healed and moved on from. See, the thing about Sagittarius is it's a pretty swift energy. And you have the biggest planet of blessings in the solar system in Sagittarius, which is a swift fire energy, a light and airy fire energy. So ain't no reason why this Knight of Pentacles should really be here, because this is the slowest motherfucker in the deck. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest person in the deck. Oh, tortoise ass dude. But it's fear that was causing that. So what this square is giving you the opportunity to do is like really figure out, what are you afraid of? Like, if you love this thing and you have a passion for this thing, why would you allow this to stop you? And like, maybe you're putting too much focus on moderation. Maybe it's time you kind of get out of moderating yourself and just beast that thing. Beast that thing. Like, you're going to learn. You're going to make mistakes. And through the mistakes, you're going to learn. Don't back down. Stop starting something and then, okay, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Getting into a situation, then backing out. I don't know if they're gonna feel the same way that I feel about them. Stop doing that. You learn the most through love, so go all the way in. Open your heart. You ever seen those movies where like the guy opened his shirt? He was like, "Take me, I'm ready to go." It's like you just run out onto the field, knowing you finna get shot, but you go out there with chest open, shirt wide open, chest out. Like, do what you must. Do what you must. And then it turns out to not even be as bad as you thought it was. So I totally get the energy of measuring twice and cut once, but measure just twice. Make sure you know enough to do what you're doing, then get out there and do it. Get out there and do it. Because this energy is really asking you, why are you doing it? Because if you just gonna go a little bit, then back up a little bit, take a little bit, then back up a little, that's not any consistency. That's not consistency. And you're not gonna get very far. You're gonna keep playing small. That's where the sun is squaring Jupiter and Sagittarius, because Jupiter and Sagittarius don't play small. So they looking at the sun in Pisces like, what's the problem? What's wrong? I need you to tell me, where's the fog? Where is this person not getting the clarity? Where's the collective not clear about the fact that I like to go all in? So that's what the sun and Jupiter are communicating to each other today. These are two big balls of energy in our solar system. They have an effect on us. We all have an effect on each other. And they are such powerful energies that, of course, we as just mere human beings, we will feel these energies. So there's this energy around you of thinking, okay, I'm trying to beast, alone in your thoughts, when you be fantasizing and dreaming about it, like how Pisces do when you having these dreams and these daydreams and these visuals of this lavish life, or of this amazing loving relationship, or of this comfortable high paying job, whatever your ideal situation is. You have these visualizations, but when you go to do it, There's a disconnection there. That's that square energy. What's the disconnect? The disconnect is a fear. You playing small, you can't play small. When you're not backing down, when you're going full speed in there, you're going full speed in there because you love it and because you have a passion with it. And love outweighs fear. Love will always conquer fear. So if you know that you love what you're doing, you have the opportunity here this week to overcome that fear. If you love a person, you have the opportunity to overcome that fear of whether or not they'll reject you or whether or not you're good enough. Fuck all that. Either you love it or you don't. Either you want it or you don't. You want to start this business or you don't. There is no try. You either did or you didn't. You either doing it or you not doing it. There is no trying. That's the square energy of the sun square Jupiter. We getting clear about it. We getting clear about, okay, what's the holdup? I'm trying to go full speed. You want somebody walking down this aisle here, this middle aisle. They trying to hurry up and get to the milk and get out. You know, they're trying to get what they need to get and get on out of there. And there's this person not paying attention who's, you know, kind of scared. You know, they walking around like they running from something, so they not paying attention to where they going. And it's about to clash at the corner. You know what I'm saying? That's the visual that I'm giving you. What is that fear? What you running from? When you can just not be at fear and be calm and, you know, just move forward confidently, knowing that even if you make mistakes, you were trying your best. So you were doing it in love. You're learning through love. If you love what you do and you make a mistake, you be like, okay, well, next time I'll do it this way. All you're going to do is get better. So it just boils down to you really understanding your why. At the end of the day, why did I do what I did today? Why did I beast out the way that I beasted out today? Or why did I sit on my ass and have work today? Do I want this or do I not want it? Do I love it or do I not love it? That's the energy you have available to you to figure out this week. More exact is the evening of March 13th, 2019 on Eastern Standard Time around 5:30, 6 o'clock. You'll be feeling this energy. So don't be surprised if you get the urge to just run up in there and speak your piece and say what it is that you want. Don't be surprised because I have warned you. I have told you about it. And it's a good opportunity. You know, this is square energy. It's going to bring maybe some negative things to the light, but it gives you the opportunity to change it, the opportunity to really understand it and move forward in a better way. All right, so that is the energy of the Sun in Pisces square Jupiter and Sagittarius transit going down this week. Thank you for watching. Oh, Pixie Crush. Oh, thank you. And Jessica, thank y'all for catching the live. And for those who didn't comment on the live, thank you also. Those who catch the replay, thank you. Like, share, comment, talk about what you got going on or what you may be feeling during these transits. Let me know. And I wish y'all the best of luck, okay? Thank you for watching. Bye.